Now, folks, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are eliminated from playoff contention. They have been eliminated by the Dallas Cowboys in the Wildcard Round with a final score being Cowboys 31, Buccaneers 14. Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers season is over. But let's talk about this game, right? First thing I want to say is congratulations to the Dallas Cowboys. They played one heck of a game on offense, on defense. They came to play, and they showed up in every single way that you can imagine in this matchup. Dak Prescott had an amazing game. The defense had an amazing game for the Cowboys. The Bucs just didn't have many answers today, and I want to start with the offense, okay? Tom Brady, 35 of 66 passing attempts for Tom Brady today. Crazy. 351 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception, sacked twice for a loss of 17 yards. Brady was okay today, I guess in a word, right? Brady missed a good amount of throws here and there, but the man did not have a ton of time. 2 sacks is what was given up, but there was so many times where Brady had pressure in his face. The Buccaneers did not have an answer for Micah Parsons. He wrecked this game for the Bucs offense, and they just didn't have an answer. Point blank simple as that. Did Brady miss some throws? Yes, he did. That plays a part into it. But also, I think that the pressure that was given up, the time that Brady had to throw was a big factor in this as well. The separation from the receivers, the just seemingly miscommunication issues that were going on, it all plays a factor into this offense that just couldn't get the job done today. And, you know, it's any way you slice it, the Buccaneers offense just was not ready for this game, man. I mean, Brady was getting hit a ton. They didn't have an answer for Parsons. They didn't have an answer for a few of their other guys that were, you know, really bringing pressure on Brady. The secondary of the Cowboys played excellent against the Buccaneers wide receivers. So many pass deflections throughout this game. The Cowboys ended with 12. Just any way you slice it, the Bucs had problems with it on offense. Brady missed a couple of throws. There was pressure constantly throughout the game. The receivers struggled to get separation. It all played a factor into this game offensively for the Bucs. Rushing, honestly, Rachaad White didn't have a terrible game. 7 rushes for 41 yards. He also finished with 4 catches for 36 yards. Not a bad day by Rachaad White at all. Receiving, Chris Godwin, 10 receptions, 85 yards. Julio Jones, 7 receptions, 74 yards and a touchdown. Mike Evans, 6 receptions, 74 yards. Cade Otton, 4 receptions for 58 yards. So, all in all, you know, there was some, it looks good on paper, but whenever you look at what happened throughout the entirety of the game, this offense just could not get it going throughout anything. And there was a red zone interception by Brady that was not good. He tried to throw it out of bounds. It just resulted in an interception. Just the offense was not clicking at all today. And the same problems that have plagued this Buccaneers offense throughout the entirety of the season were the same problems that happened today. Third down offense and red zone efficiency. Folks, the Buccaneers were 10 of 18 on third down, which isn't terrible, but for red zone efficiency, it was just bad. This team could not get it done in the red zone today. They were 1 of 3 in the red zone today. It was bad. It was bad. And I'm going to go ahead and end, you know, and Devin Tompkins and Brady, they both had a fumble. Neither one of those resulted in a lost fumble, so that was fine. But when I look at this offensive performance, I think Byron Leftwich is probably gone. And I think that that's the right decision to make. This offense just wasn't getting it going. You know, Dan Quinn called a heck of a game as defensive coordinator for the Cowboys. Byron Leftwich did not adjust. He couldn't help scheme guys open. He couldn't figure out the problems that have been plaguing this team throughout the entirety of the year, and it showed yet again in this game. And obviously, execution's in that as well, but also you can put a little bit of that blame on play calling as well. So it's a lot of things, man. And I think at the end of the day, I don't think Byron Leftwich is going to be back as offensive coordinator of this football team. On the defensive side, Lavonte David, 14 tackles, 1 quarterback hit. Mike Edwards, 10 tackles, 1 pass deflection. Mike Edwards struggled in this game. The Cowboys really did a great job of just dissecting this secondary. Dalton Schultz had a crazy good game, 7 catches, 95 yards, 2 touchdowns. I think that Mike Edwards really did struggle in this one. I think Levante David struggled a little bit in this one. Same with a guy like Devin White. Just this defense, just Dak Prescott picked it apart. Every single time the Buccaneers would send a blitz, Dak Prescott would counter it perfectly. It happened every single time. They would send a safety blitz, Dak would find the open man. They would send a cornerback blitz, Dak would find the open man. They'd rush 5, rush 6, Dak would find the open guy. And that's a great job by Dak Prescott. He's very good against the pressure, but the Bucs just didn't have an answer. They didn't adjust. They kept on trying, and it just was not working. Vita Vea had a sack, which was nice, and a quarterback hit. Only 5 quarterback hits on the day. 1 sack, 4 tackles for loss, and 2 passes defended. Jamel Dean did not play in this game at all, I believe. He didn't register a single stat. Why was Jamel Dean not in this game? Was he hurt? That's a possibility. He wasn't on the inactive list, but you can only fit so many people on the inactive lists. That's going to be a legitimate question. Why was Sean Murphy Bunting out there over Jamel Dean? That's a legitimate question that you have to ask. But yeah, man, the defense just struggled in this game as well. Again, anything the defense tried, the Cowboys just had a counter for it, and the Buccaneers did not adjust. Point blank, simple as that. To round this off, special teams, man, Devin Tompkins, 3 returns for 58 yards. He did fine as a returner today, I think. Jake Camarda had a really good game. 5 punts, 2 inside the 20, an average of 49 yards. And you know, man, is this the last game Tom Brady's ever going to have with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? I don't know. We don't know the answer to that. We won't know the answer to that until it comes out he's either retiring or going somewhere else or coming back to the Bucs. We won't know the answer at the end of the day. But this was such a disappointing showing in the Wildcard Round. They looked like a team that limped into the playoffs in a weak division at 8-9, which is what everybody kind of expected them to be, and that was exactly what they were. They were a team that just looked outmatched when lined up against legitimate playoff teams, and that's what happened. They got outclassed and outplayed in this game, and it is what it is. So who knows what's going to happen, man. The offseason is going to be a crazy time. There's so many different types of things that can happen. But the Bucs season is officially over. And now we just have to wait and see what in the world the future holds. Because, man, oh man, buckle up, folks. It is going to be a very, very long offseason for the Bucs. Todd Bowles is already confirmed to be back, by the way. But after that, I would even say maybe it's anybody's guess as to whether or not anything happens. So we'll have to wait and see, folks. But tough loss. Unfortunately, the Buccaneers season is over.